Now, the final thing that we see within this Moodle to Salesforce relationship was actually a byproduct that we didn't really expect going in to building the solution. You know, we just saw it as a way to get your training data into Salesforce, and, you know, if you're tracking cases and tracking pipeline and tracking, you know, customer phone calls, it just seemed to make sense to track, you know, any customer-facing type of communication within the same system, so you didn't have, you know, siloed information across multiple databases. But what we found that some feedback we got from some of our customers was this solution quickly became not only a training solution, but it became a lead generation solution and really allowed them to grow sales relatively quickly. And let me explain how this process works. You know, you typically, in your sales process, have a salesperson. You know, they'll go into a company and they might demo or try to sell your product to a few key stakeholders. You know, you might have a coach or champion, somebody who wants the solution for the features that it has to offer. You know, there's going to be somebody that's in charge of the budget. So, there's usually a finance person you have to talk to. There's usually some IT folks that have to buy in. If it's a software solution you're selling, you know, they've got to make sure it works with their back office systems, and, you know, they want to make sure it's a legitimate product. So there's usually, you know, this typical handful of people that you will sell your product through, and then once they've, you know, purchased it, they roll it out to the enterprise, which becomes all these nameless, faceless, many that actually use your product in their day-to-day processes, but you don't know who they are. So what we found with our solution is we actually create a way to map all of these people, all these end users, into your CRM. So now we're selling to the same group of people. They roll out the product, make the training portal available as people fill in the registration form. Their data is sent to Salesforce. We keep track of what courses they're taking, and now instead of having 4 or 5 contacts at a customer XYZ, now we have a couple thousand, or, you know, maybe we have hundreds of thousands of potential users. And by looking at the data that's being put in there, we can see what courses they're taking, which ultimately tell us what products they're using or what features of our products they're using, which then allows us to create custom targeted lists for further promotions to talk about new upcoming products, generate beta users to go out and find out, you know, what people need and want. And ultimately, hopefully, you're driving revenue and you're reducing your support costs all at the same time. So this was one of the things, I'm an old sales marketing guy at heart, and this was one of the coolest things I felt like, you know, kind of evolved out of our product was this, you know, great way of kind of farming all these users and getting them into the CRM system so that they could be, you know, ultimately supported and marketed to, you know, which ultimately help your company.